Hello and welcome to my review of the Swooping Hawks for Aeldari for Warhammer 40,000 from Games Workshop. Now, a box of these 5 minis, well technically 6 but more on that later, will cost you £40 and consists of 81 plastic components. For a comparison, a box set of 5 Fire Dragons is also £40, but comprises of 77 plastic components. A unit of 5 Warp Spiders also is the same price, but consists of 90 components. So they're all very similar in terms of the number of components and their prices. The format of this review is as usual, so I'll have a look at these Swooping Hawks individually, go through how easy they were to build and things. Then I'll show you all the spare parts, of which you do get a fair few parts and options, especially for that Exarch. Then I'll go through some size comparisons with Baharoth, the Phoenix Lord of the Swooping Hawks, and other Aspect Warriors for Aeldari, and some other bigger Eldar models and Imperium models. Then at the end I'll go through all of their rules found in the brand new 10th edition Aeldari Codex. So first things first then, a little look at the minis. You get a couple of options for the Swooping Hawks Exarch. On the box art and on the store they've gone for the power sword, but if you wish you can equip the Exarch with a Hawk's Talon, a Las Blaster or a Scatter Laser. I've just given him close combat capabilities for a few reasons, one of which is that's what they've done on the box. Second, if I did pick up another unit of 5, I'd probably go for the Las Blasters or the Talon. And another reason is you can kind of build an alternative Exarch using, I think, the Hell's Talon, which I just gave you a glimpse of a moment ago. But let's have a look at the Exarch himself. So very cool Exarch, the tallest of all of the Swooping Hawks. Has fancier wings, I think. There's just more of them, more feathers. The sword is very nice. You've got the sun pistol, or whatever it's called. You've got the sun pistol, I think it is. The head is obviously different and a bit more ornate. You've got this banner thing flowing from its actual head, flowing from the helmet. You've got a load of grenades there, and then you've got the jump pack. It's a nice Exarch. It's nice. It stands out as well. These are the other Swooping Hawks. They're fine. Definitely an upgrade over the older kits, which I think were in like Finecast. So yeah, they're all right. For me, there aren't enough of them that are shooting. I mean, this one is kind of like veering off and kind of shooting at a window. This one is maybe shooting level, and this one is probably, I don't know whether you could count that as shooting. It's just kind of manoeuvring really. But yeah, I would have liked more posability with like the wings and things, like they're touching down or they're about to leap off backwards, or I don't know, just more, rather than 1 foot connected to the scenery. But that's what we're getting because we don't have many of the flying bases and things anymore. Then we have the totem. Then we have the Swooping Hawks totem thing, I think it is. So got one of those, and that's about it. So the elephant in the room is this 6th model, really. This model is, you can kind of make a second Exarch, but you are going to miss a leg. You get enough pieces to build the Exarch except for one leg. So possibly you could find another leg from somewhere, like an Eldar Guardian leg or something. I'm sure there's a leg somewhere in your collection. If not, just 3D print one, I'd probably say, because it's a shame that you have a full extra Exarch model just without the leg. If they'd have put another leg in instead of one of the guns, then yeah, we could have got an extra model. They probably would never have advertised it though, but I want to make that point that yeah, you can actually have like 6 models from this set. So that's quite cool. So because you get that, that means that there were a fair number of spare parts, and here they are. So yeah, we've got, I'll just zoom in a little bit more. So yeah, we've got a number of like Exarch heads like this one, and of course I showed you the one that was on the other Exarch. You've got this head, which is like the standard variant. You've got a load of helmetless heads here. I'm not sure about these at all. I'm just not sure about helmetless Eldar anyway. A lot of the time their actual helmeted heads are quite unique to their specific aspect. Like a Howling Banshee mask, you know where that comes from. Like a Striking Scorpion helmet, you know where that comes from. Games Workshop have decided to give us all helmetless heads as well. You've got all the las blasters, so the different ones with different arms, so different poses. You're getting no fewer than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 las blasters. So yeah, I mean, that's great. I'm gonna have to pick these out of my collection at some point when I build another 5, which could happen in the long distant future, just to make sure that I'm selecting different poses. Can in fact put the weapons and the arms on any of the Swooping Hawks, so there's that variety. And then the final weapon is the multi-laser, so you can give the Exarch that if you wish. So they're all the spare parts. Size comparisons then. So we'll kick off the comparisons straight away with Baharoth, the Phoenix Lord of the Swooping Hawks. He's right here, and yeah, he really does stand out from the crowd. He's way bigger than even the Exarch, and yeah, will catch your eye. Compared to other aspect warriors, so I do have a Fire Dragon and a Dark Reaper, as well as a Warp Spider and a Striking Scorpion. It's so cool, isn't it, to be an Eldar player and collector right now with all of these plastic aspect warriors. I think it's brilliant. So yeah, through no surprise, you know, all of the aspect warriors are going to be smaller than these Swooping Hawks. I'd probably say Fire Dragons, I mean, in terms of Eldar size, it's difficult to do a true comparison because of the poses, because a lot of these Swooping Hawks are leaping off things, so their poses are very, you know, stretched. But yeah, that just gives you an idea there. And then compared to some other Eldar models, so we have an Avatar of Kane, still going to be taller than those, and then we have a Wraith Knight, which again is going to be way taller than the Swooping Hawks. And then compared to some Imperial models, right here, we have a Space Marine and Slime Marbo and a Primaris Space Marine. Hopefully you can see those. But yeah, if you're going up against Primaris, you know, these Swooping Hawks and the Phoenix Lord and things are going to be taller than them anyway. Okay, so this is my part of the review where I will go through all of the rules for the Swooping Hawks. You'll find their rules in your brand new 10th edition Aeldari Codex, and their points cost is 75 points, which means they're the same price as Striking Scorpions, but cheaper than Fire Dragons. So these Swooping Hawks, you're getting their stat line reads movement of 14 inches, toughness 3, save 4+, 1 wounds, leadership 6+, objective control 1, and they have an invulnerable save of 5+. I'm not sure whether the Swooping Hawks actually have an invulnerable 5+. I'd like to think they do for those points. You know, 100 points or so for, you know, standard saves would be quite a lot. But the Exarch's stat line, movement of 14 inches, toughness 3, save of 4+, invulnerable 5+, 2 wounds, leadership 6+, and objective control 1. The unit composition is 1 Swooping Hawk Exarch and between 4 and 9 Swooping Hawks. The Swooping Hawk Exarch is equipped with Hawk's Talon, close combat weapon. Every Swooping Hawk is equipped with Las Blaster, close combat weapon. The Swooping Hawk Exarch does have war gear options. His Talon can be replaced with one of the following: 1 Exarch Las Blaster, 1 Sun Pistol and Power Sword, or 1 Scatter Laser. Sorry, I called it a multi-laser earlier. For every 5 models in this unit, it can have 1 Aspect Shrine token. So we'll go through the range weapons. So the main weapon that the Swooping Hawks are equipped with are Las Blasters. You might not be familiar with them, but they are an assault weapon, lethal hits, range of 24 inches, 4 attacks, ballistic skill 3 plus, strength 4, AP 0, damage 1. They've always been a bit weak sauce. The beauty about Swooping Hawks is their movement at 14 inches and their weapons are 24, so they do have an effective range of almost 40 inches, especially as they've got assault and lethal hits, and just the number of shots they can pump out at you. I mean, there's 4 of them there with the las blasters, so that would be 16 shots, which may hit and they may wound, but they've got no armor penetration and only damage 1. So I would really pit these up against weaker troops of other armies. The Exarch's standard weapon, which is the Hawk's Talon, has lethal hits. It's a range of 24 inches. It's only got 2 shots though instead of 4. Ballistic skills 3 plus, strength 6, AP -2, damage 2. Now we're talking. So yes, it forgoes 2 more attacks compared to the las blasters, but you are getting the better strength, the better AP. Well, you're getting an AP, you know, -2, and you're getting damage 2 now. It can replace that with an Exarch's las blaster, which is a better version of the las blaster. Same range, same number of attacks, same ballistic skill, but it has a better strength at 5, and it has an armor penetration of -1. Same damage as well as 1. The Sun Pistol and Power Sword. Well, the Sun Pistol is an assault lethal hits pistol weapon, range of 12 inches. It's got 2 attacks, ballistic skill 3 plus, strength 4, AP 0, damage 1. Yeah, it's nothing to write home about really, is it? It's a little bit like a 2-shot las pistol. And then the Scatter Laser is sustained hits 1, it's a range of 36 inches. It's got 5 attacks, ballistic skill 3 plus, strength 5, AP 0, damage 1. Yeah, you're just bumping up that range there with the Scatter Laser, with it having the most number of shots at 6 and a better strength at 5. Now, the melee weapons, they're all equipped with the close combat weapons, which is 2 attacks, weapon skill 3 plus, strength 3, AP 0, damage 1. And then the power sword that the Exarch can have has 5 attacks, weapon skill 3 plus, strength 4, AP -2, damage 1. So that way I get 2 shots with the Sun Pistol and I get 5 attacks in combat. Abilities, they have a core ability, Deep Strike, and then a faction ability, Battle Focus, and then they have an Aspect Warrior ability called Grenade Pack Flyover. I think they've always had some kind of ability like this in previous editions. It goes on to describe that once per turn in your movement phase, when this unit is set up on the battlefield or ends a normal, advance or fallback move, it can use this ability. If it does, select one enemy unit within 8 inches of and visible to this unit and roll 1d6 for each Swooping Hawks model in this unit. For each 4+, that enemy unit suffers 1 mortal wound to a maximum of 6 mortal wounds. Each time this unit uses this ability, until the end of the turn, you cannot target this unit with the grenade stratagem. That's pretty nice, and it's good that you're getting, you know, mortal wounds, and that's one of their best abilities, that they can just fly over units, drop in grenades, and inflicting mortal wounds. War gear abilities, the Aspect Shrine token, once per battle, for each Aspect Shrine token the unit has, you can change the result of 1 hit roll or 1 wound roll made for a model in this unit to an unmodified 6. So that works just like the other Aspect Shrine tokens. Keywords: Infantry, Aeldari, Jump Pack, Fly, Grenades, Aspect Warrior, Swooping Hawks, Azurani. So there you go. That's my review of the Swooping Hawks. Yes, they are a bit weak sauce, as all Aspect Warriors are, with their toughness 3, and it is good that they've got a save of 4+, though. I think they used to have a worse save. Fire Dragons are still rocking their 3+ armor save, and so are the Warp Spiders and Dark Reapers, to be fair. But yeah, they can be a bit squishy, especially if you're hitting them with like heavy bolters and things. But with an effective range of 38 inches, they might be outside of the firing range before they themselves can move in and then fire at things that are equipped with heavy bolters or other weapons that are a range of 36 inches. It's difficult to say their usefulness on the battlefield. I would always go for like Fire Dragons and Howling Banshees over these, maybe even Dark Reapers. These are definitely better in like a group of 10, where they're getting kind of 40 shots and things, and you're just using them against Horde armies, maybe Orcs, maybe Tyranids, maybe Guard. Just armies where their base troops have lower toughnesses and worse saves. these aren't going to be going up against Primaris or Space Marine equivalents like Chaos and things. Their weapons just aren't going to penetrate, and if they do, they're going to be shrugging off those rounds. What do you guys think of the Swooping Hawks? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. It'd be good to hear from you. Thank you for watching. The Avatar protects.